Hello, welcome to my quick review of the Minichamps Paul's Model Art 1974 Lamborghini Bravo in 1/43rd scale. So the Bravo was a one-off show car Lamborghini, as you can see in some sense from this quite unrealistic glass house and no wing mirrors, but it definitely takes a number of the Lamborghini traits such as these wheel arch shape. So 1974, this is before the wheel arches and wings got put on the Countach. So you've got a standard Countach shape there. You've got these early S1 Countach style Bravo wheels. So they're often called Bravo wheels after this car. And of course the Lamborghini Silhouette, another V8 Lamborghini, also had that style of wheel. So I say V8 Lamborghini. So at the time, obviously, you had the Araco, later to be replaced by the development car, the Silhouette, and then the development of that was the Halper. So this actually appears in a book that I own by, I think, somebody called Marchant, maybe with photos by Peter Coltrane, about Lamborghini Halper and the V8s. So this was one of the V8s, but obviously only a show car. Lovely effect here for this. I'd imagine it's going to be an air intake, but it's not showing as an air intake. It's really just showing as a window, because it's definitely got that kind of that effect of that plastic in there. Loads of so probably the radiators are all at the front, which is probably true of the Araco anyway, if I think about it. So you don't need much in the way of venting there. So that's almost a stylistic takeover from the Countach. You've got this kind of slatted windows, more extreme than the Lotus Esprit, for example, but very 70s, very mid 70s. I love this nameplate here for Bravo. I'm not sure that it just says Bravo or something else as well. It might be a very tall Bravo across this centre line which appears around here. Now this type of centre line reminds me of the Ferrari 308 and the GTO, often called the 288 GTO, and they'd often have a centre line like this because it was going to be moulded GRP or something. So I don't know if this car was made from GRP and that's why there's a centre line on it. That'd be an interesting thing to look up and find out. But otherwise, why would it be there? But it's a nice, it adds something to the style of the car, that kind of wedge. But looking at the car, the paint, it's a metallic white. Now I look at it carefully, and if we look at that, it's lovely paint. Yep, and at the back, very nice. Okay, yep, good paint. Great proportions for the car, I think. Not that this was a production car, so people didn't really see it much, so one's not familiar with it. But if we look at that profile, very almost Thunderbirds kind of 1970s style of a thing. It's a shame in a way that it's got such tinted windows. There is an interior in there. I can see detail on this huge dash top, but we're not going to have a chart. Oh, hang on. Okay, we can see in a little bit rear view mirror. Oh, left-hand drive, of course, so you might just catch the steering wheel there. Binnacle, I imagine, quite a squared off interior with digital style displays, but who knows. Anyway, at the back, lovely plain red lights, which you can get away with on a show car. Looks more special than having amber indicators, for example. So yeah, nicely done exhaust, double. There appears to be a oval inside a circle inside the circle, so a double pipe of some kind. Yeah, nice effect there. So the Bravo wheels painted in quite a silvery rather than grey, erring at the silver end, so that's quite a nice effect. Those will be Campagnolo, yeah, or OZ, Campagnolo, I expect. Anyway, we've got the tyre detail there. So we're still not onto the really wide, low-profile tyres, but they're getting there. Compared to the Countach, you were just getting towards low profile, but probably 15-inch wheels made out on this one. Silencer, and that's really all you're getting on the back of the car. Looking at the front of the car, yep, you've got some lights there, which are nicely done in plastic inserts. Yeah. All in all, pleased to have this model. Bought it at the same time as a 43rd scale Countach, which has some Countach that has some slight. Well, there was a missing wiper and it was a bit dirty and dusty. So I got quite a good deal for the 2 cars. You'll see that in a recent discussion I did on toys versus models, where I had a toy Matchbox Countach and a couple of other toy cars against some model cars. So thank you for watching. You'll see some other 43rd scale videos on my channel, so do subscribe. Mainly Spark and HPI models, but some 64ths and some 18th scales and 12th scales too. Some reasonable number of Lamborghinis. So thank you very much for watching, and you'll hear from me again soon.